Coming to you live from somewhere around the world. It's the one, the only, the man who's a bit silly, and the man who will make the next minutes of your life beautiful.
It's your boy. It's your boy Amreezy, one of the greatest intros on YouTube.
It's your boy.
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 It's your boy, Amreezy, and I'm back with another Road to Sorare Boss episode where we follow my journey in the wonderful world of Sorare. I show you the lineups that I'm building. I show you the lineups that I previously built. I show you the new cards that I bought, and I engage with the live chat. And that's Carrie kicking it off with It's Your Boy. Carrie, appreciate that. You the main man, Carrie. I'm trying to think of an equivalent I could say back to Carrie. It's your Carrie. Zuta. I feel like Zuta, I really enjoy what you call me. You call me a different name every stream, and I love it. I love it, Zuta. How are you? How are you both? Thanks for joining me. I am going to be complaining about my weekend just gone in Sorare. I'm going to probably be telling you about what's happened in my house right now. I'm a little bit stressed. If you've noticed, your boy Amreezy is a little bit off. That's because my house flooded this morning. Flood. Water. I say flood. That might be too dramatic. In the middle of the night, the sink in one of the bathrooms just started exploding everywhere. And then we had no idea. We're asleep. This happens in the middle of the night. And then when I woke up early, a centimeter or an inch of water in like every room on the ground floor. So that was a 6:30 wake up, sweeping water out of the house. Then a plumber had to come round. Then we had to, my wife's mum came round. She was sweeping. It was chaos, chaotic. But apart from that, I'm good. It's your viewer, Carrie. I like it. Carrie won first ever golden arena this weekend. 2K essence. Wait, let me get the gifts. Shout out live scenes of Carrie right now. We're now going over to Carrie's for live scenes where Carrie is swimming in the essence. Hunduzi, thank you for joining us, buddy. No, I'm assuming those no's are in response to the house flooding and not Carrie getting 2K essence. Hunduzi, I really hope that no is not Carrie's first ever golden arena win, because if so, we've got a problem. We've got beef. I don't want beef in the chat. Not this early. Not this early. So yeah, that's personal news taken care of. What else happened? Oh yeah, I performed at the Super Bowl. Did anybody see me performing at halftime at the Super Bowl? There I was with my new haircut. Basically, Bad Bunny lookalike. Bit of facial hair too. And I guess I can speak a bit of Spanish. So, hola, sí. Hola, me llamo Bad Bunny. So, I hope you enjoyed my performance. Slightly worried I've only got this much drink for the stream. That might not be enough. We might have to Uber Eats. So rude, Hunduzi. Try not to spend it until MLS cards are in the crafting pool. Me too, Carrie. Me too, but not with MLS. Me with K-League. I'm not spending my essence until I know if I could do K-League crafting or World Cup. I might be saving. I'm thinking maybe, should we be saving our essence? First question of the stream. Should we be saving our essence for the World Cup? If you're watching this stream in the future, after you've liked and subscribed, let me know. Should we be saving our essence for the World Cup? Should we be saving it for MLS? Should we be saving it for K-League? Well, how's it going to work with K-League? Will they let you craft in just the K-League room? It'll be contender essence. The chances of getting K-League, it's not going to work because K-League will be contender, right? So you'll need contender essence. But there's so many leagues it could be. What are the chances that you're going to get a K-League player? Maybe Sorare will do something around K-League crafting where they're like, if you craft on these days, you've got a bigger chance of a J-League card or a K-League card or an MLS card. I'm assuming they're going to have some kind of gimmick, some kind of let's take their essence to get them, I'm sure Sorare have got that covered. If it's just contender essence, that was a good fart. That was a good sound effect. What do you think of that sound effect, Morgan Freeman? I'm delirious. I've been up since 6:30 sweeping my house. I thought Essence was tied to its specific league. Yeah, but like it's some of its general essence. And we haven't had the chance to earn K-League essence. So will they let us craft it? Or will they make us, you have to play K-League to get the essence? Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Solved. Solved it. I solved it. Contender essence shouldn't contain J-League cards now. Hasn't K-League, J-League, and MLS got their own respective league? Yeah, so I guess we have to play in the respective league first to get the essence. And then once we've got the essence, we can start crafting K-League cards. / J-Leagues or MLS if you're normal. But if you're cool, like all the cool kids are playing at K-League this year. That's what I heard. Now, I don't want to speak and get in trouble, but I heard all the cool kids are playing K-League and all the losers are playing J-League and MLS. That's just what I heard. It's just what I heard. How did we get on in Sorare? How did we get on this weekend in Sorare? I feel like it was a painful week because if you watched Thursday's video, Road to Sorare Boss, you will have sensed a note of optimism in your boy's voice. You will have noted a sense of belief, of confidence, especially in Chelsea and his Premier League in-season lineups. Well, what happened with that confidence, Amreezy? Where did that confidence go? I'll tell you where it went, and it rhymes with pin. It rhymes with sin. It rhymes with smubbish. Here we go. Get ready for some pain. Oh, we've got to do some winter set stuff as well. We'll get to winter set stuff. We've had pain there too. So, this is how I did at the weekend. Premier League lineup 1. I'm like, Chelsea are playing Wolves at home. Away. Still Wolves. Easy win for Chelsea. Esteval hasn't played the last 2 games. He's come off the bench. Surely he starts against Wolves, right? Pedro Neto was an injury doubt. Garnacho's not in form. Gittins is injured. So you're like, surely Esteval gets his first start for a while. Surely. He doesn't. I'm watching the game. Chelsea are 3-0 up at half-time. I'm thinking, Chelsea are 3-0 up at half-time. Esteval's on the bench. Surely Esteval comes on at half-time. Nope. Surely Esteval comes on at 60 minutes. Nope. Why didn't you put JP in the first lineup? Because João Pedro had played the last 3 games in a row. So I'm thinking there's no way João Pedro starts this game. I thought Liam Delap would start. But I was like, I don't feel confident in Liam Delap even if he starts. So therefore I'll go for Cole Palmer as my forward, who definitely should start. I got that bit right. I got the captaincy right. But I was so convinced Esteval would play this game. So convinced. And look, we hit the second Premier League streak with 4 cards. 4 cards, we hit 400 points. Hit the second streak. So I got $10. Happy days. But if Esteval had just come off the bench, it's so rare. If he'd have just come off the bench and got like 50 points, at least we're approaching 1,000 essence. If you'd have started and gotten a goal involvement, we would have been. So that was a shame. That was a shame. Yeah, it was a decent week in general. Like I hit Premier League streak number 2. That's $10 there. Got some essence. But, I was. So second lineup, Arsenal. I'm thinking Arsenal, solid. Back Arsenal against Sunderland. They didn't let me down. Rice, Gabriel, Trossard. But Cunha as captain against Spurs. This was Cunha's form before the game. So the 47 is against Spurs. Goal, assist, a 52 with no goal involvement. Respectable. 73. Like, that was the form going into the game against Spurs, who, are Spurs all over the place. Defenders getting injured. Thomas Frank about to lose his job. Cunha's captain let me down there, and Sanchez didn't exactly help. Third lineup. João Pedro, thank you. Should have put you in the first lineup. Vicario, thank you. Lewis Hall, excuse me? Jared Bowen, captain, excuse me, against Burnley. Jared Bowen gets a 43 in a 2-0 win against Burnley. And Cherky doesn't start for Man City. 36. that lineup's in the bin. The good lineup about this lineup is it got promoted. At least they got promoted. So we've got, and this lineup, even though Estevao didn't play, at least we didn't get relegated. So we now have 2 Division 1 lineups in Premier League in season, which is a positive. Let's look at the positives, gang. 2 Division 1 lineups in season. And then the throwaway lineup, Gakpo did all right. Everyone else, bum rubbish. Absolute dog bum rubbish. So that's how we did in the Premier League. La Liga is still going on. Maybe Edo Exposito can get... what do we need? We need Edo Exposito to get whatever we need to hit hot streak number 1. What's that? 360. So we need him to get 47 points. So we need Edo Exposito to get 7 points. Average Square Gamer. How are you, mate? How is life? That's an old username. That's one I remember from a few years ago. That's Minecraft. Amreezy on Minecraft Twitch days. How are you, mate? I hope you're well. I hope life is treating you fine. Oh, that's good. That's good. Villarreal have still to play today, so I've got all of that disappointment to come. So La Liga is coming. It's coming. Then we have... Oh, here we go. Here comes another rant. We're relegated contender in season. We didn't hit hot streak number 2. Not only that, we got relegated because Carriers 34. Defender 7. 7 from the defender. And he didn't even start. Minecraft Amreezy. I don't play Minecraft anymore. That's why I stopped streaming it. But I'm just too busy with Web3 football games at the moment, to be honest, mate. But if there's a demand for it, you know, maybe it'll come back. Minecraft Amreezy could come back one day. You know, we could do some non-football content at some point. Once the Twitch channel maybe is alive and kicking. But yeah, Contender let me down. Carlos Vicente, we were on stream on Thursday going, will he start? He did start for Birmingham, but he didn't have the best of games. 40, I don't know. This is just a... We're back to hot streak number 1 in Contender. We're back to Division 3 in Contender. It's not fun. It's not fun. What did we do in Champion? Champion, we've been picking up a bit of essence from all of these lineups because the Chelsea boys did well. Cunha let me down again. In this lineup, Frankie de Jong didn't play. Look at the 100s in this lineup. If my captain, Frankie de Jong, had played, oh, it would have been fun. Web3 Minecraft when? I like it. I like it. Do you remember my football team? Oh, is it? I mean, the short answer is no, but I'm going to guess Arsenal. Or... I don't remember. My memory's not that good. I remember the days of having to grind Minecraft with my son, hours of mining for gold. Yeah, it's a great game. I haven't played it in so long, and I think I go through cycles of wanting to play it, playing it for like a month straight, and then stopping playing it for like 6 months, and then getting back into it. Yeah, diamonds is the good stuff. Diamonds is what you want. Oh, I should have known. It was my team. It was Chelsea. How did I not forget? How did I forget that? Of course it was Chelsea. Shout out to Chelsea. And here they are in card form. So look at this lineup here. I got 100 essence and Frankie de Jong. My captain didn't even play. If he'd have just played like he was supposed to, I'd be a millionaire right now. This would be me. I'd be like Curry right now. That would be me. Live footage of what could have been. And then this lineup, absolute pants. This lineup, what did I say? I've got a feeling Crystal Palace are going to keep a clean sheet. What did they do? They kept a clean sheet. Conor Gallagher let me down because I should never back a Spurs player. I thought because he's got a Chelsea shirt, it's enough to counter the Tottenham Hotspur angle. But it turns out the power of Tottenham is so bad that it can even bring down a Chelsea shirt card. So Conor Gallagher let me down. Adam Wharton didn't have a good game as well. That's not a good score. And then we could have got a bit more here. But, you know, a promotion in Champion, which means we now have 2 Division 1 lineups and 2 Division 2 lineups. Hunduzi, happy weekend for you. Hunduzi, did you back the Eagles in any of your lineups? You must have gone Premier League in season, no? I feel like the boy Hunduzi's got some in-season Palace cards. Or do you just save them for conference Europa League games? Under 23s, nothing. Oh, we got a tier 2 card here. From basically Tigres smashing Santos. Now, annoyingly, Santos scored 1 goal, and I'm wearing the Santos shirt today. I didn't think about that. I should have worn a Tigres shirt. Santos annoyingly had to score 1 goal. I would have rather them have just not scored a goal so that the Tigres goalkeeper could have got a clean sheet. But yeah, Gorian didn't have a great game. Goalkeeper had a game. It stopped me getting a really good prize. But I'll take a 2. I'll take a tier 2. I'll take a tier 2 card. Hopefully it's a Dynamo Zagreb or a Schalke player, or at least in that league, so I can kind of keep focusing on that league. But I love the new Chelsea manager. I love him. Liam Rosenior. I'm a fanboy. His interview with Cole Palmer after the game. There's a rapport. There's a vibe in Chelsea right now that I haven't seen since Jose Mourinho. There's a kind of banter. There's a kind of lightheartedness with the players, but also like a kind of stern, I'm going to shout and tell you what to do. I really like Liam Rosenior's vibe so far. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Chelsea fan. I haven't felt that vibe with Maresca. I never said that. With Pochettino. Last time I felt it was when Mourinho returned to Chelsea. Wish I'd played a full Palace lineup. Should have gone. Should have backed the boys. Should have backed the boys on Dursey. Did you see the Paul Jolly masterclass? I forgot. Did he do well? Oh no. Did he do well? And there's me failing. The only silver lining, Carrie, is that even if I'd have gone for him, I would have failed because everybody in my lineup did terrible. But let's take a look at Paul Jolly, who's Kerry was recommending us. Unless Kerry's being sarcastic here and he had a... I did. Okay. Bullet dodged. You were being sarcastic. I told you, Kerry. I told you. I said, no, you don't want Paul Jolly. Nobody buy Paul Jolly. That's why I didn't buy him. I was like, no way. I knew this was coming. Good news is his cards must be cheaper now. Good news is you can probably get Paul Jolly for about 30p now. Nice. Square Gamer knows ball. Yeah, we are checking it, Kerry. We are checking it, and we are gonna delve into what happened here. So a penalty conceded. A penalty conceded. 2 fouls made, 3 goals conceded, 8 possession lost, 6 duels lost. Oh dear. It's a shocker. It's a shocker. And 57 minutes as well, so it didn't even make the 60-minute mark. Subbed early. Terrible. Will Paul Jolly now be out of the first team? Is that... We definitely don't need to start looking at Paul Jolly cards. Because we can get one on the auction for £1.71 now. If anyone's got market credits, that's half price. How much is a Paul Jolly going for? He must be about 30p now. 77p. In Classic must be 30p. That ruined the defensive stack for Kerry. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm curious, Kerry, who you stacked. This is Kerry. This is Kerry. Let's have a look at Kerry's. I'm curious about the Paul Jolly lineup now. Wait a minute. Where's Jolly Boy? I'm missing something here. The lineup's not there. There's no Jolly lineup. This lineup looks fun, though. This lineup looks fun. First, there's that golden arena. There's that golden arena that Kerry won. João Moutinho, yep. It's one of those lineups where I bet when you were making it, it was like, oh, I hope this does well. I need like 3 to smash. Beautiful. I'm curious, Kerry, with your golden arena strategy and anyone else, what's your golden arena? What's your arena strategy in general? Do you put the lineups in really early and hope you don't get any DMPs, or do you make your lineups when you know who's starting, but then it's a more competitive arena because other managers are doing that? I've always wondered how to play arenas because I've never had any success with arenas, and I've only had 1 golden arena and I didn't do that well in it. So I don't quite know how to play that. Oh, it may have been an arena. That's why we couldn't see Big Paul Jolly. Mason Mount has another injury. Oh, it's not a surprise, is it? It's not a surprise, unfortunately. I mean, I've still got a soft spot for him, even though he went to Man United. I'm not one of these football fans that hates football players when they leave your club. I don't mind Conor Gallagher. I don't mind Mason Mount. You know, I won't ever boo a Chelsea player just because they left, especially with our owners. Most of the players get kicked out of the club without their choice. But I'm not surprised he's injured. Not surprised. Honduzi, you're yet to play Arena. Join in. Kerry's giving us the tips now. You do when you know a few players are starting. Okay. So you could pick like 3 players who are starting and then maybe 2 who are playing like later that day or the next day. I've got a Mason Mount card as well, and I keep thinking if Man United get their form together, like they seem to be, get Mason Mount in that team, give him some games. I've got the classic card waiting. Right, so a real disappointment here. Despite 2 100s, I wasn't able. My captain didn't play. This lineup let me down. Palace did well. All-Star, Tigres did well. Nothing here to celebrate about. Nothing. Oh, okay, well, Juan Brunetta here. I put him in nicely. And then our last one, yeah, nothing. Nothing. So that's how I did this week. That is how I did this week. I'm probably even now with them. My luck has been terrible with them. Yeah, even now. Will you keep playing now, Kerry? Maybe you found your niche. You are the arena guy. That's your thing. You are. When you think of Kerry, you think arenas. That could be your whole brand. Glad we got rid of him. I prefer. Oh yeah. Although Chelsea basically swapped Mason Mount for Garnacho. It feels like Chelsea gave them Mason Mount and felt like, yay, we got rid of that problem who's always injured. Then we got Garnacho and it's like, and now we've got their problem. So maybe it evened itself out. Tell me about it, Kerry. Tell me about it. Pure pain. When the Garnacho, when I saw Frankie de Jong wasn't playing, I went, oh, find the meme. Find the GIF. That's me. Live footage, not live, old footage of Amreezy when he saw De Jong wasn't playing for Barcelona. And also, like Estevao, didn't even come off the bench. Not even like a 35. I would have taken a 35 from both of them. They would have at least just given you that boost in the lineup. But yeah, captaining him. So no more Estevao. These are the lessons. What have we learned? No more Estevao in a good lineup, even if I'm sure he's going to play. Put him in the 3rd lineup in the Premier League, put him in under 23s as captain, put him in champion. Like, because you can, someone like Estevao, you can still gamble on them. I should have put him in champion and captained him. Yes, it wouldn't have worked, but it wouldn't have been as harmful. With Premier League and season, I've just got to go for as certain as possible. And I suppose looking back now, Estevao maybe wasn't a solid, certain pick. So that's my lesson. What new card have you got, Amreezy? Please tell us what new card you've bought. So after showing you my Lewis haul, I've now added to the Newcastle collection with a Bruno Guimaraes, if that's how you pronounce it. Bruno's in the squad. He's a player who I've always wanted. I've always wanted a Bruno Guimaraes. He scores well, plays for Brazil, but the price point has never been there for me. And I did another trading masterclass. So buckle up, everybody. Amreezy trading masterclass with the bots coming up again. I've shown you trading victories recently with the bots, with Cunha, with maybe just Cunha. Just Cunha. I did it with Cunha. No, I must have done it with someone else. I've done a good deal before where people were like, oh, fair play. I think when I got Trossard and maybe Gakpo, people were like, no, fair play, Amreezy, you did good there. But Bruno Guimaraes, here's what that deal looked like. By the way, as well, I did the deal on Friday, the day before he played. So he's been injured for 3 games, which is why his price had a bit of a dip. And I had researched the news. I also researched his injury, recovery rates, and I was like, he's coming back really soon. Let me get him before he plays. And then I was so happy when he played. Not only did he play, scored and assisted. So I was like, okay, great. So his price went up. He was trading for about £16 when I got him, between £16 to £18. I got rid of my 2 Brighton cards. Finally, I'm out of Brighton in season. No more Brighton in season. Minter and Mitoma are history. Emerson, I traded on Emerson being slightly valuable. I got him for 30p. Traded him for £1.29. Happy days. And then Carlos Forbes, and then £8.70. And he's now worth £20. And if you add all of that up, it's not worth £20. This is all worth about £15 at the time. And I think it's going to get higher and higher, Guimaraes. He's going to play at the World Cup usage. Key player for Newcastle, and I've got Anthony Gordon and Lewis Hall, so now I've got 3 in-season Newcastle cards. Not bad. What do you think the score will be for the match versus Leeds tomorrow? I think Chelsea are definitely winning. It's at Stamford Bridge as well. I think big win, and I'm going to build my lineups now on Average Square Gamers sort of questioning. I'm going to start building my lineups because that's the only new card I've got to show you. So let's build our lineups. I think Chelsea are going to win like 4-0. I'm confident. Chelsea 4, Leeds 1. I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet. Chelsea 4, Leeds 1. That's what I think the score is going to be. And I better build my lineups quick because I've only got 19 hours. I've only got 19 hours to do this, guys. So this, I'm sorry, but this stream's going to have to be less than 19 hours. J-League is here. Shout out to anyone playing J-League. Kerry, are you playing J-League? You must be playing some J-League action. Anyone else playing J-League? We've got one of the leagues here. So I've got Premier League to play. Challenger, I don't have any in-season Challenger. So I'm just going to be building Premier League, Champion, and maybe All-Star if Mexican teams are playing. So with Chelsea's 4-1 win against Leeds coming up, we're not going to double up on defenders because we don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet. Sanchez is definitely starting because I think Jorgensen's injured. Arsenal playing Brentford. Tottenham and Newcastle could be a good game for those Newcastle boys. Those new Newcastle cards, we can get them in straight away. But we're going to go for an all Chelsea lineup once again in... Ooh, Cole Palmer. Probably doesn't play, right? Cole Palmer. Probably because he's been being eased back from injury. But then this is why it's a headache. Because if he does play, it's Leeds at home. And if he comes off the bench, and then once again, I'm worrying about João Pedro. This is what I was doing last game with João Pedro. I was like, will he play? Will he not play? He's been kind of like, it's random, like benching, playing. So João Pedro and Cole Palmer are coin flips. Absolute coin flip. Oh, what have I done? Who do I go for, guys? João Pedro or Cole Palmer? Who would you guys pick if you had... Or Esteval? No, not Esteval. Not Esteval. We could also go for a classic card or Cunha's playing West Ham away. Don't have to go for Chelsea, actually. But I do quite like the idea of a Chelsea lineup. Maybe an Enzo Fernandez classic card. Let's see what RotoWire say. RotoWire saying it's going to be Sanchez, Cucurella, Badiashile. Ugh, Badiashile, why? Gakpo, Caicedo, Fernandez, Garnacho. They think Cole Palmer and Esteval. They said Esteval was going to play last game, though. They said that's another reason why I went for Esteval. RotoWire said Esteval would start last game. I'm not falling for that again. But they say Cole Palmer is going to play. Just read Philip Jorgensen might be back. Oh, no, don't say that. Don't give me more to think about. His return was the 3rd of this month. Okay. Well, I guess goalkeepers don't get rotated as much as outfielders. So we should be okay with that. I just feel like Enzo Fernandez is due a rest as well. He hasn't been benched since Newcastle in game week 37. He's played every game since then. So that kind of makes me think he's just undroppable. So Enzo Fernandez, and then either João Pedro or Cole Palmer. Hayden, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in the chat, mate. Palmer got early sub, so I think that's a great shout, Hayden. Great shout for Hayden. That's just for Hayden. A round of applause just for Hayden. We should have checked how many minutes they all played. So Cole Palmer played... He came off on 61 minutes. João Pedro played. I feel like João Pedro came off at like 80 minutes, 75 minutes. Therefore, Cole Palmer it is. And you have to captain Cole Palmer. If you play Cole Palmer, you have to captain him. He just got a hat trick. Like, who knows what he's going to do next game. Right. Look at that lineup. Look at that lineup. That's a good looking lineup. At home to Leeds. Who's going to let me down? Probably Palmer. Probably Palmer. Okay, next lineup. Now we've got one more in-season goalkeeper, which is Vicario. But I can't play Vicario with the Newcastle boys. So we could go classic goalkeeper for Division... Oh, this is going to be a Division 1 lineup as well. I've got 2 Division 1 lineups. Average Square Gamer is coming in with the team news. I love this research. Rossini has confirmed Reece James should be fit to face Leeds. Love that. We'll get Reece James in one of our lineups. Probably a champion lineup. Because I've not got a Reece James in season. But yeah, we'll get a Reece James card in there. Crystal Palace are playing Burnley at home. Hello. Crystal Palace at home to Burnley. Now, here's the question. Do I play him with other cards? Yeah. Because I'm debating, do I play a full classic Palace stack again? And I might do that because Everton are playing Bournemouth. Nope, that's not going to work. I could go for classic Sanchez at home to Leeds, but that's going to sting me twice. I think you've got to go Henderson and then just not worry about stacking the Palace cards. Okay, we need 4 classic outfield cards. Got to go Big Gabriel. Gabriel, Arsenal looking back to title-winning form again. The only consideration I'm having, actually, though, is... Reece James has just technically had a mini injury. But the way these Chelsea owners are being really strict about the injuries, yes, it's a bit overly strict, like Cole Palmer can't play all the time, but Reece James has been playing a lot of football at the moment, this season and at the end of last season. Maybe that is because they are super careful resting the players, so... That's all I'll say about that. I'll say a big Is Gabriel going to keep a clean sheet at Brentford? I don't know if he is, you know. Whereas... No, he will. I kind of just want to play my Liverpool and Newcastle cards together. Like Hall, Guimaraes, and then... Is Anthony Gordon back or is he still injured? Anthony Gordon's an injury doubt. Oh, this is going to be a mixed lineup then. Gakpo away at Sunderland. Did Cunha... How many minutes did Cunha play? I'm slightly worried Cunha didn't have the best of games and maybe gets dropped. Let's see what RotoWire is predicting about Cunha. They think he's going to play up front. Oh, they got that wrong. Bremer will be up front. Cunha will be there. Okay. Let's go Cunha. This lineup's all over the shop. Different teams. Palace, Newcastle, Arsenal, Man United. What could go wrong? And then maybe we put the João Pedro in this lineup. Or maybe we build like a Chelsea B lineup in another one. Gakpo, will he play? Surely Gakpo always plays. But his scores have been a bit... But then Sunderland's form is a bit... And they need to bounce back after the Newcastle game. So... What are we saying about Gakpo? Also wanted to check Trossard. Will Trossard play? No. Trossard's still injured. Gakpo predicted to start here. Isaac's still out. Szoboszlai suspended, which I guess increases Gakpo's chances of playing if Szoboszlai's not playing. He loves Gakpo, doesn't he? He loves Gakpo. And captain... They're all away as well. Away, apart from the goalkeeper. Could captain a goalkeeper. Could captain Big Bruno. I think we got to captain Big Bruno, you know. I don't like this lineup. I don't know why. Just don't feel confident about it going in Division 1. Maybe let's try a classic card and an in-season goalkeeper. So let's go for Vicario, and then we won't put Newcastle cards with this. We'll go Vicario, Gabriel, and then we can play a classic midfielder. We can play Declan Rice. So we can go for the Arsenal double up on Rice. And this is already looking better. I just have to hope Vicario makes a lot of saves. And then we go... Cunha at West Ham feels nice. I suppose Gimaresh and Vicario could both have good scores on the same day, even though they're against each other. So let's not be put off by that. Gibbs White is playing Wolves at home. But I thought he had a good game last game against Leeds. Leeds away, I thought that was a good game, and he only got 44. But Wolves is an even easier fixture, and it's at home. I think we go crazy. And we go Gibbs White, leave the captaincy on Declan Rice. I'm okay with that. Am I okay with that? Yeah, I'm okay with that. And it's the Reds up front. It's the red shirts. This is the red lineup. Cunha and Gibbs White. Let's do it. Division 1. It says Division 2, but it's Division 1. The end of that Liverpool game was crazy. VAR. Oh, yeah, I know. Absolutely ruined it. Such a big game as well. The Sunday game. VAR. What a clown. What a clown VAR is. Right, we've got 2 more Premier League lineups to build. One is Division 2 and one is Division 3. So, Division 2, we go for a classic goalkeeper. We could go for Chelsea leftovers here. Or this is where we could build the Newcastle one. This is where we could go for Newcastle. Anthony Gordon, 60% chance of playing. That's really annoying. That is really annoying. Rotowai, I think. Anthony Gordon is not expected to start according to Rotowire as well. Hamstring is a late fitness call. We'll check on him today. How does that help me when you say today? It's a shame. I'd like to do it, but I don't think I can. Because the thing is, if he's got a little knock, even if he starts, and this is something I've only kind of realized this season, like, even if they start, they'll get subbed early. Because if they're carrying a slight knock, they'll get subbed on like 60 minutes. So he's not got minutes, basically. So it's looking like João Pedro. Sanchez in goal. No, that's not Sanchez. Wait a minute. And then one more outfielder. Oh, I really want to put Esteval. I really want to go for Esteval again, but that's so silly to do it again. But like that, if he didn't play any minutes in the last game or the game before, no, that's not the one. He didn't play. Yeah, no, he hasn't played 2 in a row. 2 games in a row now. He hasn't played any minutes. Leeds at home, but this is what I was saying. And yes, on Thursday stream, hasn't played the last game, so he's really fresh. I think I've got to get burnt again, haven't I? What did I literally said? Somebody rewind the video. Let me rewind. Yeah, it's your boy Amreezy. So one of the big lessons I've learned this stream is I cannot play Esteval in season important lineups. I've got to use him in champion. I've got to use him in under 23. Fast forward. So if you just saw what from the rewind, I literally said I shouldn't be picking Esteval in season, and here I am once again picking an Esteval lineup. When will I learn? I'm literally not learning in live time. According to Transfer Market, Tosin is returned on the 13th of this month. Ooh, I think I have a Tosin card frozen in Sorare. I don't know if you know much about Sorare average square game. I'm just assuming you don't know, but give it a try, mate. Use my code. Use my referral code. We both get 50 quid. Right. That's my lineup that's going to cause me pain. Or is it? Or is it? What's Ryan Cherky saying? I've just realised Ryan Cherky. I just remembered Ryan Cherky is a footballer. He came off the bench against Liverpool, and now why is he a 40% chance to play? Surely Cherky starts for City. They think he's starting. Doku's still out, and then he's fresh. So instead of Esteval, what if we go Cherky, who apparently is a 40% chance to play? But with my quick maths, surely Cherky plays. I'm not going to overthink this. Cherky playing. Which means Esteval, at least if I put him in this lineup, it's Division 3. It's Division 3 lineup. Nothing to worry about. It's going to have to be a classic goalkeeper again. We've got Kirkes at Liverpool. Did we use the Gakpo? We haven't used the Gakpo. I quite like a little double up of Gakpo and Kirkes. Midfield. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I'm out of cards. I'm out. Esteval might still be on compassionate leave as he did. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Well, he's not on personal leave because he was on the bench in the last game. He didn't come off. But maybe they've got an agreement where they won't take him off the bench unless they really need him. So maybe he's like emotionally, the manager's thinking he's not emotionally ready to play. Which again is risky for me to pick him in a strong Sorare lineup, which backs up the idea I shouldn't pick him. Now, I think I've got to go for Kevin or Andre Santos. Andre Santos started the last game. And we do know that Racinia loves Andre Santos. And Kevin started the last game, but they've also got Man City away. And he's been coming off the bench. So we can't go for Kevin. I think Esteval, because even if Esteval comes, Santos and Esteval. We've got to play Esteval, but it's Division 3 lineup. That's all right. Come on. Let me have it. I'm not going to waste my Dean Henderson on this lineup. I'm going to waste my Petrovic or my Pickford. Pickford's, he's a big... He can score big, Pickford. I believe in him. He's got the home... It's either Pickford and Petrovic. They're playing each other. Everton are at home, so I'll just go for the home advantage there. Captain. That's crazy, right? Or is it? Or is it so logical, it makes sense? Esteval captain in season. I'm playing it. Not only am I playing... Not only have I played Esteval in an in-season lineup after saying I wouldn't, I've captained him in an in-season lineup. It's Division 3, though. That's my holiday lineup. That's my Prem leftovers, as you can see from the title. And we've got a midfielder who's not going to play. So if we're throwing punts out there, Esteval captain. Happy days. So those are my Premier League lineups for the midweek. This one, we're going to have to pray everybody plays. This one, I just think we need Cherky to play here. The others should start. Newcastle playing Spurs, can batter them. Chelsea at Leeds at home. That's 2 good games there. And then Cherky, even if he comes off the bench, at Fulham, don't have the tightest defence. Cherky can do some stuff there. Arsenal going to smash it. Tottenham, they're going to lose, but he's going to make lots of saves. Cunha and Gibbs White, great fixtures. They're going to score hat-tricks, both of them. And then this Chelsea lineup, they're all going to win 4-1. I said it earlier. Kukure assist to make up for losing the clean sheet. And I'm going to finish first. And then this is what I'm going to be doing on Thursday's video. Maybe. Or I'm going to be doing this. And this might be the more likely option. I might be doing that. I might be doing that on Thursday's video. So tune in on Thursday's Road to Sorare Boss video with your boy Amreezy. If you like MFL, then I do Planet MFL at the same time on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So give that a check out. And even if you don't like MFL, just come and hang out. Some of the MFL guys come into the Sorare stream sometimes and they just hang out. Like, I'll talk about what we had for lunch if you want. We don't have to talk about just Sorare or just MFL on those stream days. We can mix and match. I make the rules. I'm the Bad Bunny lookalike, everybody. I'm knackered after playing at the Super Bowl yesterday. Right, Premier League, done. Championship, we don't do. J-League 1, we don't do. Good luck to anyone doing J-League 1. I'd be really curious to see your lineups. Challenger, we don't do. Champion. It's a quiet week. Right, 2 Division 1 lineups in Champion. Who do I think I am? I think I'm Harry trades over here. We have 2 Division 1 lineups. Right, Crystal Palace are at home to Burnley. So once again, I'm doing the Amreezy, as it's called in the industry, everybody. When you build 3 defenders around Crystal Palace and their goalkeeper. Where is he? Where's the one that begins with M? Mitchell. Where are you, Mitchell? What are Mitchell's scores saying? They're not great, are they? Why am I still picking Mitchell? Maybe I should... Nah, I'm not picking Mitchell. Get out of here. Not in Division 1. Mitchell can be in another lineup. So I'm not doing an Amreezy. I'm doing a half Amreezy. The goalkeeper and the defenders. Forward. Or striker. Should we go Crystal Palace again? Should we go Crystal Palace again? Sarr scored in his last 2, playing Burnley at home. Now, Adam Wharton was dog dirt. Bum rubbish last game. Absolute bum rubbish. What's happened? What's happening with Adam Wharton, ladies and gentlemen? Look at this. What's happening? Where's this gone? He's never really been a great Sorare card, actually. He's never been a great Sorare. He's a classic. Oh, here we go. Last season we had some fun. But he's a classic good in real life, not good in Sorare player. So I'm not putting him in a Division 1 lineup. I'll make a Division 3 lineup with Adam Wharton and Mitchell. Forest are playing Wolves at home. Elliot Anderson, no-brainer. Still got some Chelsea cards left over, but I might make a full Chelsea lineup one. But let's ignore Chelsea players. Do I have any? Is Hudson-Odoi doing anything yet? Anyone poking a stick into Callum Hudson-Odoi to see if he's awake? I mean, he's awake, but is he awake? He's sleepwalking. He's sleepwalking through his games. Cunha, do I want to double down on Cunha paint? James Garner will not stop with the 60 scores. James Garner, is James Garner the most consistent Sorare card in Sorare 26? Hot take. Hot take alert, everybody. Buckle up. Amreezy's got a hot take. James Garner is the most consistent player in Sorare 26. That's based on 0 research and 0 knowledge. But look, just missed the 60. And an occasional peak. Sure, he'll dip a bit below, but then he'll dip a little bit above the 60. All right, not that hot. Don't go that far back. Just go back to game week 39, please. In the last 10 game weeks, he's the most consistent Sorare player. He just gives you 60s. So James Garner's in the team. And then we need... When's Grealish back? When is Jackie Boy back? Oh, right. Not this season. Forget it. Grealish ain't back. I should have sold that Grealish, man. What's he worth? Perfect threshold player. Amen. Amen. James Garner is a perfect threshold player. Shout out to the Cap 220 days. Right. Do we go Cunha? I think we go Cunha, don't we? I'm not seeing any other names that are inspiring me here. We've not got that many options because there's only the Premier League playing. Can't use any of my ballers like Julian Alvarez or Rafinha. So I think we go Cunha. And we captain Ismaila Sarr. You tune in for big calls. You tune in for the drama. Let me give you some Division 1 classic drama this week, ladies and gentlemen. Ismaila Sarr is going to be my captain. Who does that in this day and age? In this day and age. I've got another Division 1 lineup, but you know what? Oh, no, wait. That's the Chelsea one. That'll be the Chelsea one. Oh, we've used our Sanchez. We're going to have to use a Petrovic, which is a Chelsea card. So wait, we can only build one more lineup. Because I've only got one more goalkeeper left. So let's not build that in Division 1. Let's build that in Division 2. This Division 2 lineup, because it's about to get promoted. And if it gets relegated, I like the OCD part of the Division 3 lineup being the 4th one. You guys know what I'm doing. Right, so that's going to be a Chelsea goalkeeper. Chelsea cards in defense. Will Reece James... Well, Average Square Game has already called it. Reece James is apparently supposed to be coming back for this one. What's RotoWire say? We might let RotoWire have the final say on this one. They say no Reece James. They say Reece James is an option against Leeds. Reece is fit. He's okay. A small issue. It's no conspiracy. It's truth. Hopefully, he's well enough to be that. Hopefully, these are the key words that are standing out to me here. Hopefully, and an option. Do we want to be picking someone who's? I think we got to give Reece one more week. One more week before we chucking in Reece in. What are they saying about Big Trevor Chalobah? He's got to be playing, surely. Or is it going to be Fofana? They're saying Chalobah and that Badiashile. So I'm more inclined to go for Chalobah over Reece James. But then Reece James has got a bigger ceiling. If he comes off the bench, he can whip a free kick in, Reece. He can whip a free kick in. But let's be sensible. Caicedo and Cole Palmer midfielder card. Garnacho is on my mind. Liam Delap is on my mind because that would cover my pain if João Pedro doesn't play. But he's been bum rubbish lately. Dominic Solanke, that would cover my pain if Newcastle do bad in my Newcastle lineup. I'm tempted for Solanke. Trossard has played the last 2 games. And then he was benched in that game against the Champions League game where they'd already won. So Trossard should play against Brentford. So I think we'd get... Oh. If Trossard plays against Brentford, why am I not playing Trossard in a better lineup? The power grade tells me I should go for Bowen or Solanke. Bowen against Man United, I feel like that's a big game. And I feel like the West Ham fans will be up for that. I don't know why I feel like West Ham fans don't like Man United. Jack Grealish had a surgery for a stress fracture. Ooh. Yeah, that takes a while. That takes a while, yeah. My wife's got a stress fracture at the moment. And she's like, she can't do anything. She's got a, I don't know what they call, one of those protective boots and hobbling around all over the place. Right, last player is going to be either Adam Wharton, Mitchell, or someone a bit more with a higher ceiling. Could be Reece James, It could be Reece James. I think it's going to have to be Reece James. And then Captain Jared Bowen, because I've got a feeling West Ham are going to be up for that game. It's a Man United. They're there for the taking defensively. Don't think they'll win. So that might be it for me, lineup building wise. Unless there's anything in All-Star. Do we have Mexican football this midweek? Ooh, we don't have Mexican football, but we do have the weird North American Cup thing. So we can build a bit of a Tigres lineup, probably. Angulo's expecting to start. Maybe a bit of Pirata with him. Where's Pirata? Here he is. 0% chance of playing. Oh dear, he's probably injured. So we can probably build one decent contender lineup with these options. A couple of champion players as well we could mix and match here. So let's go. Carlos Miguel scores have gone a bit quiet, haven't they? They've gone a bit quiet in Brazil. I'm a bit worried about Carlos. So I'll stick with what I know. I'll stick with Tigres. And then maybe this is where Mitchell gets his game. Pumas. Cruz Azul, but he's a 40% chance of playing. Yeah, we'll go Tyreek Mitchell. Gotta chuck a Juan Brunetta in. It's so rare. Gotta chuck a Juan Brunetta in. And a Tigres. We'll go for as many Tigres players as we can. Tigres. And then the final player will be this guy against Vancouver. In the last game against Vancouver, he got 80. So let's go for him. And we will captain, always Juan Brunetta. Always captain Juan Brunetta. Life rule. If Juan Brunetta is in your team, that's your captain. I'm going to rename the lineup to help. No, wait, I don't always captain him, so I don't want to actually put that because sometimes when Sergio Dominguez is in, you captain Sergio Dominguez. So fair play. I'll just keep it with I love you, Juan Brunetta. Right. This lineup's gonna get relegated to Division 3. Well, let's get it back up with the final lineup on today's stream. I'd like to thank you for watching today, guys. Thank you to everyone who jumped in the chat. You know, I felt a bit bad. I'll be honest with you, I didn't feel great before today's stream. All of that stress, all of that, my house was flooding and all of that work. And I was like, all right, the stream will be a good distraction, hopefully. It was a good distraction. So thank you for cheering me up, chat. If you watch this in the future, comment, like, subscribe, follow your boy wherever you can. If you see me down the street, you just follow me. Don't even think about it. Follow. Kyle Walker, no way. Nathan Silva time. It's Nathan Silva season. And it's Everton. Let's put the rest of our Everton boys in. Juan Brunette once again. Paradella. Who's Juka playing? Juka's moved to Monterrey, by the way. So his last game was for... that was Monterrey. His last game was Atlas. So he hasn't actually scored well for Monterrey yet. We're hoping this transfer works for us in terms of Sorare, because we know we've got a few Atlas players and he's gone to a better team now. But he wasn't apparently good in his debut. 87 minutes. So I'm not going to go there. We could go Carlos Vicente, who's playing 20th. Let's do that. And then the last one will be... Gorian, probably be boring and just pick Gorian, even though it's not an inspired pick. Captain Vicente. That's my lineups, guys. Thank you for joining me on this Sorare Monday stream. I'll be back for another Sorare stream on Thursday. And I'll be back on Tuesday and Wednesday for MFL streams. Juka is normally good for a few goals. Yeah, but he's moved now, Kerry. He's playing for a new team. Better team now. He's got to step his game up. There's bigger pressure. Monterrey shirt is heavier than the Atlas shirt, you could say. You know, he's playing for a team that Sergio Ramos was at. So I'm thinking about it. Juka might sneak in. Juka's sneaking in. Kerry, you've convinced me. I don't take much convincing. Juka's sneaking back in. Because Gorian, you know, he sometimes gets dropped. And you know what? No. Not captain, because I also realized that it's they're playing one of those American teams as well, so maybe that's a good fixture. Right. Thank you for tuning in. Join me next time. I'll see you next time. Good luck with your coming game weeks. Peace.